So now these aliens.
Yes.
Can I have sex with them?
Next question.
Okay, so that's all the
No
questions
comment.
I had. That's all the questions I had.
Hey guys, look, I'm alive. I came back.
Oh shit! There
Welcome
you are.
back. Welcome back to the Bad Take Delete podcast. Those fucking cocksuckers in the FBI thought they could take me down. I'm back.
Yeah, they almost got
I'm
you.
back. I'm fucking back, and I brought a guy with me this time. How you doing?
Who'd you get?
This guy.
This guy right here. Who are you? You gotta speak.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a quiet kind of guy.
Oh,
I'm
really?
a quiet
This
guy.
is his. This is his first and last appearance, it seems.
It seems
He,
so.
he showed up. He's like, I'm on a prison break.
Yeah.
Why don't you come with me? And I just didn't. It didn't have the will to say no.
Yeah, it was like a Black Ops Call of Duty level.
Yeah, I was actually reading on the news. I was like, oh, this happened on the news? Black Ops level. We gotta have him on.
Exactly like that mission.
Exactly.
That one mission.
But
It's
no,
been a while since we recorded, folks.
No,
so
okay,
just
this-
give us some.
This is our friend that
just
could be
give us a break.
reading, and this is the first guest on our podcast, episode 11, no less, on our podcast. I don't know why I said episode 11 like it mattered.
Yeah, it seems like a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we usually have like a list of things. Like, here, let me pull up my phone. Ding ding. That's me opening up Google Doc and everything. Because guess what first?
yeah.
Guess what happened first?
What?
Aliens. Can you believe it? Aliens existing.
I don't know. I'm
You remember
skeptical
me?
about that one still.
Why is that?
I don't think I've like seen enough evidence from my own eyes that like that exists, and it seems highly improbable.
Okay.
And it seems from everything I've been able to gather
Yeah.
that it's like that same sort of like a pilot was in their jet and they saw something for like a split second moving at an impossible speed after like not sleeping for 50 hours. Like I'm gonna need to see like actual proof of something and not just some crazy person from the political sphere trying to assert that aliens are real in the midst of so many other things going on with the world.
Okay. Let's imagine a scenario in which you're on the Senate or whatever. You're asking questions. Okay. JJ, you're the guy who has
Yeah.
aliens. You're the guy who has seen the aliens, and so we're gonna ask you some questions. You want to start TCR? What would you ask the guy? What would you ask JJ? Go.
I'd probably ask
I've seen
in
them.
which
You've seen them. Okay, you've seen them. Where were they?
They're real.
Exciting. You sound very enthusiastic. Are they like cool to hang out with?
I can't talk about things
Okay.
at this time.
Okay, so they're not that cool to hang.
No, but they are.
Okay, they're pretty cool. TCR, do you got anything to ask this man? He seems very enthusiastic about like the aliens going on.
Is the person who saw this Jonah Hill?
Am
I like interacting
Has Jonah Hill seen
with
the
like
aliens?
Jonah Hill like at the Senate floor going like they're fucking real?
That's not a
I
question.
can't
I'll
answer
shoot-
this at this time.
I'll shoot JJ another question. All right, Mr. What was his name? David Gerch? David Grinch?
Sure.
Cool. So now these aliens.
Yes.
Can I have sex with them?
Next question.
Okay, so that's all the
No
questions I had.
comment.
That's all the questions I had. Do you have any questions, CCR, for this?
I just would like to verify the validity of like such a claim.
Okay.
Now, apparently there are some people that believe that they have seen aliens, but I
Yes.
don't know. I'm going to need to see an alien, or I'm going to need to see a saucer, or some sort of like something, not just like two people in a courtroom saying that they exist. I mean, like we've been doing
Is that the question
since,
you're
like-
asking him right now? Because we're doing a skit, we're doing a thing, we're doing a bit right now. So is that what you're asking him?
No.
This isn't working. Next thing. Okay.
No, it's not.
Next thing.
I misunderstood the concept here.
The assignment.
I win.
Speaking of aliens, Futurama. Can't believe it returned after all these years. 10 years. How do you feel about that?
You know, it's weird. It's one of those shows that I've been literally watching since I could remember. I have like very early memories watching season 1 of Futurama. I've seen this show get canceled so many times. It's kind of like the Family Guy situation from like way back when they were like canceled several times. And
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
so I kind of feel a little bit of deja vu from that situation. But outside of that, I watched a new episode. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. There's a new episode airing tonight, right? At midnight?
I think it's
Is there?
July
Yeah.
31st. So does that count as tonight midnight or tomorrow midnight?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's tonight.
It's tonight. Then why are we recording right now? I can't believe it. The worst times to record. The night of the second episode. No, remember
They say you should not record a podcast on the day that Hulu releases Futurama episodes. That's a golden rule.
I kind of
yeah.
like how we're getting all these things kind of like spaced out. It gives me something to look forward to.
Yeah, man, they've been releasing fucking brand new cartoons like Clone High, Futurama. Man, what's next, man? What's the brand new cartoon coming out this year?
Brand new cartoon. Well, I mean, My Adventures of Superman. that's been released weekly, and a new episode is released.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk
I
about that
watched
yet.
a
We're
lot
not
of
talking about
that.
yet. We're still on Futurama.
Okay.
JJ, it's been 10 years
Yeah.
since the last episode. Are you a big Futurama head? A Futuran?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I went through a phase, like, not last summer or the summer before, where all I did was watch Futurama because I never really got into it when I was younger. I love that show. I think it's the best. But I didn't even know the new episode came out yet, so I know what I'm doing after I'm done here.
So the first episode of season 8, or season 11, if you go by Hulu standards. I believe it was, for one season, they counted the movies as a season, rather than their own
that's
episode
weird.
things. Yeah. And so for season 8, episode 1, if you're going by Wikipedia standards, they get out of, like, the blip, you know, like the time paradox kind of thing, and just kind of get into it. They just kind of get
They just
back
gotta
into
continue.
what makes it work. You know what I mean?
Oh, they acknowledge that? They don't, like,
Yes.
just fucking say, we're back?
No, they go straight into it, and the first
Yeah.
episode is about streaming.
The first
Yay.
episode, yeah.
Just get it
They
out
bring
of their
they
system
they
immediately.
reboot all my circuits.
Ooh.
And they contacted Fulu for this.
Guys,
Yeah.
I think I get the joke.
You think you get the
Hold the phone. I'll wait until the end of the podcast, but I'll let you guys know, alright?
Mhm.
Fuck me, that's genius.
Well,
I've seen quite a bit of Futurama. I've probably seen every single episode multiple times. Maybe not the movies, but I've watched pretty much everything Matt Groening has done except for Simpsons, and I'm slowly working my way through that on Disney Plus now.
Well, luckily,
What's
not
your
luckily. Futurama's on Hulu though, so I guess you have to switch
Yeah,
over to Hulu for that.
I've seen just like a lot of it, like a lot of. When I say a lot of it, I mean I want to say back in 2015. I rewatched the entire series. I did so again in 2018, and I've also watched every new episode live as it aired in real time since like the 2000s.
Now, you were saying something, JJ? Asking a question, asking a query.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, like, you know, I know this episode is all cool, you know, but, like, when are we gonna talk about the real Futurama news? That they dropped in Fortnite.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the Fortnite Futurama drop. I actually just saw an ad for that.
We're one step closer to Family Guy and fucking Futurama.
Well,
That
the thing
fucking
is about Fortnite Futurama is it looks good. Like,
It
remember
looks
the
really
Futurama
good.
game from 2003? That looked like shit. It's like, ugh. 2D characters
Well, I mean,
do
it
not
was
translate.
2003.
A good 20 years later, I'm so glad they improved technology for gaming.
They're so good at that, actually. I've noticed, like, they have all these... I mean, sometimes they're hit or miss. Like, their Goku looked fucking, like, insane. But, like, for a lot of the 2D characters, they make it work. They I don't know if it's a shading or whatever. You're the art guy. I don't know. But it looks good. It looks like right off the paper for some of them. Like, Piccolo looks amazing.
The difficult thing when it comes to 2D cell animation, or cell shading animation or whatever, is trying to replicate lines in 3D. And sometimes lines clip into each other, or they're not visible on the screen. And so I haven't really seen behind the scenes info about this just yet, you know, Boundary Break, looking into it. But for a lot of it, just like, oh, wow, these objects translate so well into this shooting game. No, it's kind of the weirdest kind of crossover. And
I just did some Googling.
yes.
I'm looking at these models. They remind me a lot of the Multiverse, like, character art.
Multiverse Family Guy, that game?
No, the Multiverse's fighting game that Warner Brothers did.
Oh, we
That
forgot
had,
about
like,
that, dude.
Jake...
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, because they took away our ability to play it.
You mean
because
the
it was a
beta game? It was always a beta.
Yes, it was always a beta.
Never an
They
alpha.
didn't, like, charge me a copious amount of money for battle passes. They would never do that and then take away my ability to play the video game again.
Oh,
Nope. Warner Brothers would not do that.
I'm actually going to disagree with you on that.
I'm actually going to disagree.
I'm actually going to fight on the other side.
You don't think that you honestly believe that Warner Brothers could commit, like, wrong and, like, try to shove their beloved properties full of loot boxes and predatory microtransactions and then not give you the ability to play the game once they're done making money?
they would never do that. My company, Warner Brothers.
Exactly those words, but in
Never.
reverse, I believe.
Yeah.
That's why we hate games like All-Star Brawl 2. That was just announced. You saw that shit? That new game coming out?
Oh, yeah. What game?
All-Star Brawl 2
Oh,
for Nickelodeon.
what's coming out again?
All-Star Brawl 2 for Nickelodeon. That one?
Oh,
You know that
All-Star
one?
Brawl 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
learned
pretty
today that
right.
people still play that.
That's
What
a
do you
thing
What do you
still?
mean by that? That's such a mean thing to say. Of course people still play it.
Well,
I have
when it
Garfield Part
came
1 and
out,
2
it
downloaded.
didn't have character voices.
Okay, wait, hold on. For Garfield Kart 2, that's not really Garfield Kart 2. It's Garfield Kart 1 with the things that should have been in the first game in the first place.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad someone else knows this. It's a fucking bad. They fucking pulled the rug underneath me, dude. I got the first one hoping to record with some guys, and it's like the multiplayer just famously or infamously just doesn't work. So you have to buy the complete other game, which is like an actual fully priced game.
Yeah.
And then by that point, I give up.
It's like you thought you wanted to play a
Quickly look
go-karting
that up.
game with multiplayer with friends. If you bought, they're like, all right, gang, this is at the board meeting. We're pitching Garfield Kart 1. Our target audience is Garfield fans. Do we really need multiplayer? Do they really have friends? But for Nickelodeon Stars Brawl 2, Nickelodeon also... I tried typing in Nickelodeon Brawl 2, but I guess I did type specifically. Garfield is one of the main characters. Aren't you excited, JJ?
I didn't realize I became a big Garfield head, but yeah, actually, I am hyped for that game. Because I'm friendly with one of the developers for that game, and he has a little Garfield profile picture, so I'm sure he's doing cartwheels.
Or
Am I-
Nickelodeon bought the rights from... I think they completely bought Paws Incorporated, the company that Jim Davis made.
That's there should be laws in place to prevent that.
Is it me, or like I really want Garfield or some other like comic strip cartoon to cross over with Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I can see Marmaduke crossing over.
Marmaduke, yeah, Marmaduke.
No,
is-
Dilbert.
Oh,
Dude.
you know what? Dilbert would murder
Could you
so
imagine
many
doing a
people.
fatality to Dilbert? Or what would Dilbert's fatality be? Like, what would he do?
He
You
would-
know?
Is Dilbert the racist one, or is that the different guy?
That's the one made by the racist guy, but
No,
I don't
wait,
think
are you
the
implying
comic
that
itself is
Dilbert-
racist.
Are you implying that Dilbert himself is racist? Like, he's like, you guys didn't notice this? All these years have made Dilbert racist?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't know if like he became racist
Dilbert?
because of like all the culture war stuff,
The character
or
Dilbert.
if he's always been like a lunatic.
You know, come
But
to
who
think of
knows?
it, I've actually reread some of the old Dilbert comics, JJ. You can't show them today. I can't even show them on screen. They're too racist.
Really?
Yes, Dogbert, Catbert, all of his friends are like, Dilbert, calm down. What are you talking about? Did you remember those comics, JJ? I showed them to you the other day.
Yeah, you kind of radicalized me, I'll be honest.
Not intentionally. I was just like, check out these comics, like kind of gauging the room. See how you feel about these. Have you checked out this
Again.
thing, JJ?
So, you've been watching Tucker Carlson again?
Oh, Jesus, yeah, I've
I've been watching Lois Lane try to
stick
kill
my
herself. You want to get into that,
wiener
JJ?
in.
Oh no!
You don't get that?
There was an analogy I was making. I don't remember it now, but my wiener's out. But yeah, so I talked about. I made a little quip about
I
it. and got a lot of
I
people
saw a
upset at
lot
me
of
right now.
discourse on that on Twitter. I'm glad I didn't say
It's-
anything about it.
So to give context, the clip is pretty much throughout the show. Lois has been a two-timing bastard, just lying to everyone. And Superman's like, "Hey, knock it off," and then she's like, "I hate when people lie to me," and we're like, "All right," but Superman's like, my secret identity, that's a lie. I want to tell her, but I can't because she said she would spread it to fucking the world, you know? And then she's like, I know your secret, you piece of shit. Watch this. And then she does like a cartwheel off a fucking building. And Superman, you know, he catches her, obviously. And she gets all pissed off. She's like, I knew it, you fucking asshole, you lied to me. He's like, yeah, I kind of had to. And people are siding with her. And I was like, so I quoted the clip of that, and I just said, wow, I can't believe Superman didn't tell the woman who wanted to share Superman's identity with the world his identity. What an asshole. And then I woke up the next day, and people were just quote tweeting me with my address and shit. It's really scary. No, but it's out there.
Your actual address? Just somebody's address? They're like, well,
No,
it's
no,
like,
they're not
this is probably
doxing
the
me, but they're just
approximation.
clowning on me. Like, this
Which
guy's an
Google is it?
incel.
So
I'm like,
that
no,
sounds horrible. No, I mean, I honestly, okay, dissecting the trope, it does exist, and it kind of sucks. Like, I think we can acknowledge that, we gotta kind of dissect this into its
Dissecting it even
individual
more-
parts.
Even more specifically.
But the whole, like, liared reveal thing is already kind of lame. And while I did understand, like, some of the freakouts that a lot of people got upset about, like, I know that Invincible people were upset with Amber for, like, similar reasons. Not
No. These are different scenarios. Amber knew Invincible is invincible. Lois did
Right.
not. So you can't. It's hard to compare.
But
both the situations.
that's leading to a greater point though that I think that these characters are like high schoolers, right?
Mhm.
And those people aren't exactly known for their emotional intelligence.
Sure.
And while I don't agree with using suicide as a method of controlling someone else or trying to prove a point, I think that is kind of cringe and outdated. I cut a little bit more slack than other people do because we're dealing with like emotionally immature characters.
So for Lois, I can't not do that kind of shit. Say the Peter Griffin Lois kind of thing.
Hey, Lois.
For the Lois thing, she weirdly has a lot of the same character arc as Batman does in Batman vs Superman, where it's like, if even there's a 1% chance of them being evil, we gotta take it as an absolute. And Lois, throughout the 4 episodes that we've seen, is just like, well, who is Superman? What's his end game? I need to know these answers and everything. He's not really destroying anything in this one. He's kind of saving people. He doesn't know who he is.
I saw quite a few episodes of it, and then I watched the new stuff because Twitter.
Yeah.
In general, I think that I really don't like using the whole, trope. And I saw some people kind of defending it as like, oh, this is a classic trope in comics, and therefore, like, it's fine. And Lois Lane has done this before, but I don't know. I feel like if I saw that, in something else as an adult, I'd probably still find it to be kind of cringe.
Well, let's actually go back to that. If you remember in the Richard Donner Superman series, Lois did vaguely the same thing. She almost tried throwing herself off the building, right, to see if they would save her. And in the previous comic, she has done that. Though in those times, I believe she tried
They
throwing
were
herself
also
off.
like adults, and it seemed more like, I don't know, a test?
Well, no. The tests, and I'll play a little bit of the clips right there.
I mean, they are kind of described as
Which one
a
are you talking about?
reporter, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
so
no,
you
no,
could
no, no.
just
There's a very
argue
specific
that it
clip.
might...
Yeah, that was straight out of the comics. I don't think that comic. I mean, that happened in the comics, but like that kind of scene was something exactly what she would do.
Now, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, and TCR, I'm guessing you haven't seen this clip. Within this,
I don't think I have.
Okay, within this clip, Clark Kent is like, "Well, hey, I'm glad you didn't throw yourself out the building. That's very scary." And then Lois says, "Well, I know you're Superman." And then she shoots him with a revolver. It's been a while since I've seen a realistic-looking gun in a movie. And I was like, my God, there she is.
That's
she
not
has
what
a gun.
happens. What are you talking
And
about?
so she shoots him, and Clark acts surprised.
No,
He's
you
like,
no,
oh.
you're completely misdirect. No, you're describing this completely
and she
wrong.
says, I knew it. Yeah, he gets a little
Sorry,
surprised,
let me just
remember? He tried
fixes my glasses. All right, listen.
completely misdirecting.
Listen, you fucking
Okay, go on.
idiots.
Okay, you describe it in the
Listen here.
actual way.
So what happens?
Yeah, fix Daft's misinformation.
Can't believe
What
it.
happens in this scene is she's like, I'm gonna fucking prove you're Superman. So she puts a gun at him.
We all need
He's
to
like, "Well,
know
don't do it."
what happened to
And
Superman.
then
What
she
happened to
pulls the
Superman?
trigger, and immediately Clark goes into Superman mode. Like he puffs out his chest, he gets all serious, and he's like, "If I weren't Superman, that would have killed me." And she's like, "Yeah, well, a blank." So he tricks him into revealing it. He doesn't act surprised. He just immediately goes into Superman mode.
Yeah.
He's that's supposed to be like how his face
face
shifts
reaction
into
was
like a Superman
surprise
face,
kind of note. Well,
more
put it on
like
screen, put it on screen.
pronounced, more
I know
confident.
he's a little surprised. I thought, okay, this is my interpretation when I saw it, like, if he got, because remember, we
But
have
you
seen
could
the
like
comic,
make an argument in that situation that they're like she's a reporter.
I
and
just
one
pictured
who,
the
like,
three, the three of us in the Metropolitan.
corruption, if I'm not mistaken.
no.
Like with the Lex Luthor
No.
stuff.
No.
So I mean, of course, she might be willing to do something like more crazy to prove a point if she had like a particularly strong hunch.
That's not what I was
with
going
this.
with
It's more
completely
like
at all with this.
dealing.
I'm
Oh,
regarding
sorry.
to Clark's reaction. Like, the way I
Okay.
interpreted when I saw it was, in previous comics, Clark had, this is very specific image I'll show on screen right now, in which Clark stubs his toe, but he doesn't feel anything. And so in his mind, he says, I need to react as if I actually stubbed my toe, even though this didn't hurt with me at all. And
No,
so
but
when he
that's
got shot by
the
Lois, he
opposite
had
of
to be
what's
like,
happening because that whole scene is supposed to show how he's not hurt
Should I pretend that I got shot?
and like that
Should I pretend to dodge
No,
it?
his reaction, the face of being like, "Fuck you," that didn't do anything. That's the whole thing. That's what she wanted him to do to prove that he's Superman.
Sure.
I'm just imagining you and me standing in the Met during like the fucking Ferris Bueller's Day Off, looking at this picture, trying to like figure out what it means. Just cut back and forth from your face to his, like the fucking that one kid.
But we do know about JJ. Harley Quinn season 4.
I'm a fucking nerd piece of shit. I can't watch the show without just being upset with some of the characters.
But hold on, before we get into
Just
that,
fucking take the break.
I need to like take a little break. I need like to stretch my legs.
This guy.
Okay, is that good? Is that good for you guys?
Oh my god.
Yes.
And we're back. Ooh, I just did a whole tap dance routine. We weren't filming then. I was just making sure my legs work. JJ, where are you up to?
He's fucking lying to you guys. He just needed to put his little fucking paws on here. Fuck this guy. What were we talking about?
You don't like how in this season she becomes a hero for Batman's family? You don't like that aspect now?
I like it when the villains become good guys and are not like the villains.
Are you saying that sarcastically?
Yes, very.
I could not tell at all. I thought you're just articulately stating what you like specifically and said, "Yep, that's what I like." I'm glad they have it in there.
It's like if a character in the Batman universe becomes popular enough, they team up and become a part of the Batman family. And I feel like Harley Quinn's been edging there for a while.
Yeah.
I don't really. I felt like after like season 1, the show kind of fell off for me. Like every season after season 1 felt like it was kind of getting progressively more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I want to say juvenile, but I don't know if that's the word I'd use. Just like the writing quality got worse and meant to appeal to a completely different kind of demographic than what I guess I initially expected it to.
What would you expect it to go with exactly?
I felt like there was a little bit more of a comedy, fun narrative in the first season, where it was kind of had a lot of that heist building a crew element going for it. But then once we started getting into the Joker and like the villain of like the League of Evil and covering the planet and plants, it kind of got a little over the top and overly dramatic for what the small time crime comedy show was. Like I don't know, it's just weird seeing Harley Quinn in like world-ending situations.
I think it's due to the fact that the Harley Quinn TV show, that's the only universe it exists in. Like, whenever Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series, they exist in the same universe. And so I guess it depends for Harley Quinn how much of the extended DC universe, or even just if you have Superman or not, right, JJ? Like, how much of her rogue gallery and how much of her friends and enemies would you have in there? Because they did meet Darkseid.
Yeah, that's the thing. Harley Quinn has nothing on Darkseid.
Not anymore.
I mean, the guy's like a planet buster. Like,
yeah,
that's like asking Spider-Man to fight, I don't know,
who?
Galactus.
I feel like he did. JJ, do you know this? Use your brain knowledge. Has he ever fought Galactus?
I don't think Spider-Man has ever. Spider-Man's always been like a street hero.
I found it right here. Spider-Man hold on, let me read it too. Spider-Man single-handedly defeated Galactus with some supernatural power.
He became Captain Universe. That's a whole fucking can of worms to go into. I hate that I knew what it was too. I hate that. There's a comic where he fucking eats Galactus, so whatever.
But it still counts.
It's not like
still counts.
No, this is a different universe. He just got hungry.
Yeah, they're like zombies.
His grilled cheese ain't really filling me
so
up.
It makes sense.
He just wanted to be vored.
He just got hungry?
Yeah, so
I do that from time to time.
He just went on DoorDash and ordered some Galactus?
No, I don't actually. Why would you ask that, Daft? Why the fuck would I know that? Why would I know that, Daft? No, tell me how would I know what you're gonna order?
The questions. we got a lot of questions, and we're gonna read them out to you. Jared R.C. Blake.
We love Jared C. Blake. We love him a lot.
Or maybe a terrible person. I'm sorry, I don't know who they are. But Jared's got a great question. When will That Creepy Reading do a video on disturbing cartoons? When is it?
Well, I got to take some time to work on that. That's not like on my current production schedule right now. We're doing cartoons that dealt with serious issues.
That is pretty.
I'm probably gonna do a disturbing cartoon list around December.
Dude, look up Squidward Suicide. It's gonna fuck with you. Look up Bart Simpson Dies. That's gonna kill you, dude.
Or Bart Simpson Lost Episode.
Have you guys not seen that one of Bart Simpson? Someone cut up clips of Simpsons together, where Bart Simpson jumps out of a plane, and then they also like animated pretty accurate fucking footage of like his corpse like waving around. Everyone's like, ah! It's all in Spanish. I love it.
Ooh.
The classic dead Bart creepypasta.
That's scary.
If I was one of those animators, like remember how the SpongeBob storyboard jam session leaked? It's not really that disturbing. It's just like some storyboard artists were like, let's make some jokes. If I was a Simpsons artist, I would just make dead
I
Bart.
I know they do the same thing at a lot of studios, including like I know SpongeBob, they do it, and they do it at Disney. One guy got fired at Disney for drawing something too lewd.
Really?
Well,
Like legitimately, oh god.
they said this.
There's
on
this
the
one
lewdness
guy.
scale is
His
too
name.
much.
He's the guy who wrote that I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Ellen Harlinson. And what he did is that he got hired by Disney. Immediately said he's gonna write some like trashy porn or something like that, and then got fired on the day he got hired for saying that.
It's pretty baller.
Lonely Homegirl comes back again with another question. Is there anything you guys do not find scary or creepy, which many people do? All right. This can be a movie, game, concept, story, whatever you can think of. Loving the pod so far. Can't wait for the next one. That's this one.
I have a very niche answer to that.
What's the answer?
I am reading a book right now that's supposed to be a very scary, fucking horrifying book. It's supposed to be, it's called, and maybe you guys have read this, House of Leaves.
House of Leaves?
Oh, The House of Leaves. Yeah, I've narrated that.
Really fucking good book. It's I'm entertained by it. I love it.
Like way back in the day, I did.
So what's it about?
Yeah,
Give me a lowdown. Give me like a sentence or two.
There's really no
I just
way of
looked it up right
describing
now.
it, but like it's just like I'm pretty sure creepy reading could probably describe it better.
This book looks terrible to read.
Oh, you're reading this shit upside down, diagonally, fucking left and right, back and back. Yeah, it's a mind fuck of a book. But in general, the whole point of the book is just like the fear of subtle changes, or like just like unknown, the unknown, I guess. Like one big thing is they go into a house and they open a door and it leads to a room, but they measure it and it shouldn't actually be able to fit in the house, and then from there it just evolves and expands. And it's supposed to be like a really scary book, and I'm like 3/4 of the way done, and it's entertaining, but I'm not like I can sleep with the light off. I'm not really concerned about it. I don't know if I'm maybe not digesting it or what, but right now no worries.
I'm looking at the way
I've
they're
read so
formatting
many
it.
horror stories. It's not even.
This is
funny.
my first one.
Well, I'm looking at
I'm
the
proud of
way
you.
they're formatting it, and just like I'd be more frustrated than scared. I'm like, how do I read this thing?
It's actually really interesting the way they do it, because I'm going to wait to it. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it's really good. It's a really fun book to read. I recommend it to anyone.
Much in the case of Diary of the Wimpy Kid, the way it formats itself will surprise you.
Same book, yeah.
A concept or idea or movie or game or whatever that I could think of that not to find scary. Spiders.
I've recently
Okay, we're just gonna
sorry to go back to the book thing, but one of the like most disturbing books I ever read would have been Things Have Gotten Worse Since Last We Spoke.
Yeah.
Since we last spoke, sorry.
Are you saying like since
yeah,
we last
no,
spoke,
it's,
or like
it's,
the book is called Since We Last Spoke?
No, the book is called Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke.
Is this a sequel?
No, it's just like basically the whole thing is written from the perspective of like an FBI guy putting together a bunch of recovered chat rooms between this like really toxic relationship between two individuals that went really far.
And so that's not that scary to you?
No, it's disturbing as hell.
Oh, that's not the question they
It's
asked at all.
one of the few times
They said
that I
you
have
did not
been
find
disturbed.
scary.
Well, I'm sorry, I misheard.
This is Lonely Homegirl. I'm sorry, your question was butchered. You get answer. You got to read. Well, you can't say creepypastas because a lot of creepypastas are.
Well,
more funny.
now you have something on both ends of the spectrum.
Person Lowell, the first Frog Boy. Last episode, I told you guys to make predictions of what 2028 would be like. Now have TCR do it. Also, JJ's prediction totally come true. My prediction was that flip phones, the folding phones, become cheaper. More people will have them. JJ said everyone will die. What is your thing, TCR? What is your thing?
You're talking about phones. I think JJ's wrong. All right.
Oh.
I think he's categorically wrong. I think
Categorically?
more people are alive. Actually,
Oh, so you're gonna contradict them.
statistically speaking, I think there's going to be more people alive, and that all phones are gonna fold.
Well, I hope you know the crimes I'm going to have to commit now to not be proven wrong.
I think the tablet market will start to go out as phones become more foldable.
That's really just piggybacking off my thing.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
you wanna
kind
get
of
your own
unoriginal, dude.
Come on, yeah. More people be alive.
People will grow
Okay,
a third thumb somewhere on their body. They might not even know where.
You know, I'm willing to believe that. I think that I definitely think that probably by 2028, a lot of the predatory monetization systems that we've been seeing, like loot boxes, are definitely going to start going away.
Ooh.
As big, because like recently we've seen all these lawsuits start initiating.
Okay.
And specifically like from like state level governments arguing about like, is it okay to try to sell pachinko machines to 4-year-olds?
Is it?
And you know,
No,
a lot
is
of
it?
places
Is
around
it?
the world
'Cause
have
I've been doing it
said
all,
no.
all this time.
I've heard about it. I thought this was like a non-issue. What's going on here?
Yeah, that's
You
not
know,
JJ
I've
and
been
making
I've been
money.
trying to get the little tykes to pull the lever just as much as
little
the next
what?
guy. But
The
I'm
little-
starting,
whoa,
What'd you call
hey.
them?
the little tykes.
Whoa!
Hey, we don't do that here. We don't
What?
do that here.
Did I say
No,
something?
they're called toddlers. Toddlers.
I am horribly confused.
Move on to the next question. I'm disgusted.
Next question. This was not gonna be a question, but this was gonna be a shout out. You ready for this?
Okay.
Daniel Santiago Gortado 3430. I'm gonna dub this, JJ.
Okay.
Our biggest fan.
Yeah.
We already have one. Whenever we make a community post, he's like the first one there. Whenever we make a video, he's the first one there.
What'd he say?
He always says, "Love your content." And keep up the podcast, and I love the podcast, so I'm dubbing him on episode 11, the biggest fan of BadTakeDelete. You want to say something nice to him, JJ? You want to say something cool? Something funny?
You can work on the username a little bit.
Less numbers?
Yeah, but I love you.
More numbers?
I love you, buddy. I love
Love
you.
you. This guy right here is the best kind of
love
guy.
this.
This is my guy right here. I'm pointing.
I'd take a bullet for him.
I would not go that far, but I appreciate your patronage.
Would you take a bullet for anyone?
Jay Leno.
Why Jay Leno specifically? Like, why? Because he's funny?
No, it just feels right.
This feels right.
If I was walking in the street and I see a car coming up, fucking like revving with a barrel of a gun coming out, and I see Jay Leno walking in the street, I would feel contempt just running up and being like, hey, like, let me take this for you, buddy. And he'd be like, oh,
Let me
hey.
take
I'm like,
this.
all right, cool, yeah.
You think it's gonna be like the Joker, and you're just gonna like dive in front of him?
I wouldn't dive. I'd probably.
They just wait until you fall over after you dive. They're like, all right,
You-
well, now that guy's diving.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna like saunter on up?
I'm gonna like Piccolo, like I'm gonna put my arms out, my legs out, and just take the blast.
Oh, yeah? Or if they're like, damn, I can't believe when we brought one bullet, we didn't think a guy would show up to save Jay Leno.
To be fair, it was a really big bullet.
Yeah, it was actually like the size of a bullet bill from Mario.
I was imagining that.
I don't know why Bowser was trying to kill Jay Leno, but this is the scenario that you brought up specifically in this specific one.
Jay Leno, cool guy.
But that was the podcast.
Check him out.
That was the podcast.
Wait,
for
there's
this
no more
week.
questions?
So glad to have you on. No. Thanks for TCR for showing up.
Yeah.
Thanks for JJ for getting better.
Thank you. I try my best.
Thanks for having me on. I'm sorry for any awkwardness.
It's okay.
I'm
We'll
just
keep
gonna.
all those parts in.
I just toned you out the entire time.
Yeah, JJ was just responding to nothing the whole time. He's just
I kid you.
kind of
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we're back.
the first guest of this year. We're gonna
Yay.
have another one.
Whoopee.
Bye.
Bye.
You'll never have one as good as me.